We can start with the prayer, Prabhuji.
Yes. Mm. Yeah, it is. यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस् तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि यस्वानुभावमखिल श्रुतिसारमेकम् अध्यात्मदीपमतिथितीर्षतां तमोन्दम् संसारिणां करुणयाः पुराणगुह्यं तं व्याससूनुमुपयामि गुरुमुनीनां नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं तातो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रजे नमो किञ्चनवित्ताय निवृत्तगुणवृत्तये आत्मारामाय शान्ताय कैवल्यवतये नमः। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। श्रीमद् भागवतम फर्स्ट कैंटो सेकंड चैप्टर श्लोका नंबर 11, chapter entitled Divinity and the Divine Signs. वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वविधस् तत्त्वं यज्ञानमद्वयम् ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवानिति शब्द्यते। वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वविधस् तत्त्वं यज्ञानमद्वयम् ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवानिति शब्द्यते। वदन्ति तत्तत्त्वविदस्तत्त्वं यज्ञानमद्वयं ब्रह्मेति परमात्मेति भगवानिति शब्द्यते। वदन्ति, they say, tat, that, tattvavidaha, the learned souls, tattvam, the absolute truth, yat, which, jnanam, knowledge, advayam, non-dual, brahma iti, known as Brahman, paramatma iti, known as Paramatma, Bhagavan iti, known as Bhagavan. Shabdhyate, it so sounded. Translation. Learned transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakayam Chakshurunmilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामने नमो ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारणे वंशा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुलङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम् आराध्य भगवान् व्रजेशतनयां तद्धाम वृन्दावनं रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेण वा कल्पिता श्रीमद्भागवतं प्रमाणममलं प्रेमापुमार्दो महान् श्रीचैतन्यमहाप्रभोर्मतमिदं तात्रादरन परा यो अन्तःप्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तान् सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji, thank you very much for joining the class. Let me see gallery view. Okay, we're all there. Right. So we are discussing this very important chapter in Bhagavatam. Okay. Okay. So far what has happened? In the last 10 slokas, especially 8, 9 and 10 slokas, they were talking about the goal of the occupational duty. As we have discussed, we all have occupation, everyone, irrespective of caste, creed, country, gender, anything. Everybody has some profession is there. So Sutta Goswami is telling that what should be the goal of the any occupation. But materially, we all know the occupation of the goal of any occupation is to earn money, isn't it? Whatever you, the goal is to earn money. That's all. Whether you are in business, whether you are in farming, whether you are in any profession, whatever it is, the goal is to earn money. It has become like that. Earlier it was not like that. Some farmer is there. His aim was not to earn money. His aim was to live life peacefully and help the society. By farming, by growing the grains, he will eat, and whatever is left over will be given. It will be distributed to others. But now it has become okay, earn money, accumulate money. How much? Don't ask that. What do you want to do with that? Don't ask that. I just want to earn money. But the shloka, Shuddha Goswami is telling that that should be never directed towards sense gratification. No. Why? Sense gratification will bind you to this world. Very simple. What is wrong with the sense gratification? Well, senses are there and I have to enjoy the senses. What is wrong with that? So, Shastra is telling that yes, there is nothing wrong with that. But there is a small problem. The small problem is we will be bound to this world. That is the problem. And that cannot be easily broken. And that will perpetuate your continuance in this life, in this material world. Life after life, life after life, life after life, life. It continues because you're attached. Your attachment will bring back again and again and again. That's why knowingly, um, what you call, uh, voluntarily, we should bring it down. We should minimize it. That's what it is. Not zero it, but we should minimize it. That's called self preservation. Self preservation means whatever is needed, not whatever is wanted. There is no limit for want, but there is a limit for need. How much you need to live your life? How much sense gratification needed? Just like animals. Animals don't have sense gratification. Have you ever observed that? They don't go for sense gratification. They are simply self preserving. Very simple. Right? They're very simple. Like that, we have to live. But what are we doing? It's like, no limit, no end. So, what is the problem with that? The next problem is the immediate problem is we are wasting our time. We are wasting the valuable time in sense gratification, in accumulating the money. Okay, we all can think. I was giving the example. Here in America, if you go to a mall, there are thousands things which are visible to you. What does that mean? He is telling, right? They are they are forcing us to do what? Work like a donkey. They won't tell you that directly, but they'll find new things and they'll advertise that this is needed for you. They don't tell that this is wanted for you. They will say this is a need for you. If you don't have this, how are you going to live? Isn't it? If you go to any supermarket, it is like that. Hey, how I am living without this so far? I should have this. but the cost is so much. What should you do? You have to work. If not one, two, three, four, five. In the olden days, there is only one person would earn. The family, the father would earn, everybody would live. Now, all the members of the family have to live, earn, work like donkeys. Generally, you think that you don't survive. If all the family members are not working, we don't survive. Well, why was it not like that in 100 years back? Now everybody needs a job, and you think that we are in unemployment. Arey, where is unemployment? If one person in the family earning, there is no unemployment. If there are four members in the family, four people should work. And where is the work? And you don't create your own work. You have to depend on somebody because by Kali Yuga, everybody is Shudra. Everybody need a boss. Everybody needs a boss. Everybody needs a job. So then unemployment. So this is the situation. It's a big chaos. People are not understanding that. They're forcing the government. Say government is not doing giving jobs. Why government has to give a job? You should create your own job. You should know what to do. No, Kali Yuga, lazy fellows join in a government job, live uh, like a a lazy fellow, and do dharnas. So this is the situation. The point is ultimately that should not be. There is no sense gratification, but self preservation that will take you to self realization. That is the goal of life. The goal of human life is to self realize. Realize that you are self. Self means Atma. You are Atma. There is Paramatma. There is a connection between Atma and Paramatma. The duty of Atma is to serve Paramatma. Then only you will be happy. Then only you will be satisfied. That's life. That's all. In simple terms, that's all life. No, no, no. We think that we are this body. To make this body happy, you work like a donkey. When you are working like a donkey, how you will be happy? I have always this question. Here I see America, everybody is working. The rich is working, the poor is working. Then what is the difference? I have so many millions of dollars. You are working like a donkey. I don't have much. I am also working like donkey till fag end of the life. Then what is the difference? The person who is having also working, the person who doesn't have also working. Then what is the difference? What is the use of having so much? If you have so much, you enjoy. You don't work. So that the person who doesn't have, he will get a job. The person who is having so much is grabbing a job, doesn't have a person having grabbing a job. So then problem, so unemployment. So this is not going to work. So that is the problem in this material world. Now here in this shloka, Sutta Goswami is telling very important, very, very important shloka in understanding the absolute truth. What is the absolute truth? We have explained many times. Truth, absolute. There are so many truths, but they are not absolute. They are relative truths, right? So there is absolute truth in Bhagavad. The first chapter, the absolute truth is Satyam Param Dhimahi. Satyam, Satyam Param, or Param Satyam. That is means absolute truth. Param Satyam, Dhimahi. I meditate on that. We all have to meditate. We are all meditating actually. That's different things. Everybody is meditating. A child is meditating, a young fellow is meditating, a old fellow is meditating, males are meditating, females are everybody is meditating. But what to meditate on? Parama Satyam, Satyam Param Dhimahi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadhyasya Yataha. This is the object of our meditation. So, Vadanti tat tattvavidas tattvam yad jnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti sabhyate. The absolute truth is understood in three ways. If you understand this shloka, 70% of your spirituality is done, or even 80%. You just have to go into details. That's all. But this is the fundamental thing. Many people, even today in India, the so-called Hindus, so-called spiritualists, uh, so-called devotees, so-called dharmics, they don't understand this point. If this is clear, clarity is there, done. You can practice your spirituality. You can do your materialistic things also with meaningfully. Everything is included in this. What is that? The absolute truth is in three levels. What are the three levels? One is Brahman or Brahmam. Sanskrit is Brahmam. Brahmam, Param Atma, and Bhagavan. These are the three aspects of the Supreme Lord God. The first level is Brahmam. What is Brahmam? All pervading nature or Shakti. We can also call Shakti Tattva. Earlier also we have discussed Shakti Tattva, Shambhu Tattva, no, Jiva Tattva, Shakti Tattva, Shambhu Tattva, Vishnu Tattva, Krishna Tattva. These are the main tattvas. Of course, there are so many tattvas, but at least these are the main tattvas. If you have some idea about all this, then you will know what you are doing. You know what is happening with you, where you are. The first one is Jiva Tattva. What is the Jiva Tattva? We are all living entities. We are all Jivas. We are not these dead bodies, right? That's the fundamental principle of Bhagavad Gita. Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tada dehantara prapti dhirastattra muhyati. Krishna says, Arjuna, dehinosmin yada dehe. We are in this body. Just like as we are in this body, we are changing bodies. Small body, young body, old body. These bodies were there. And we are changing the bodies in this lifetime itself. So after leaving this body also, we go to another body. Very simple. You said, why are you worrying? Why are you worrying that oh, you are going to kill, somebody is going to kill you? Don't worry. That's natural. It's normal. It's very normal. So, like that, uh, yeah. So what is that? Um, all pervading. No, Jiva Tattva, sorry. Yeah, Jiva Tattva. We are discussing Jiva Tattva. So we are all Jivas, living entities. Uh, and how many? At least 84 lakhs types bodies are there. In each type, there are billions and trillions of living entities are there. Sometimes it's bewildering. When I see on the backyard, there are so much grass. Each and every grass plant is a living entity. If I go into the forest, there are big trees. Each tree is a living entity, a jiva, lying here, rotting in this material world thousands of years. If you go into the ocean, there are billions and trillions of living entities rotting in that ocean. It's bewildering. Arey, this many souls are away from Krishna. Why? What happened? If one person makes a mistake, It's okay. 2 okay. Billion okay. Trillion okay. How many trillions? Any idea? If you just made it on like this, you will faint actually. Then what is God? What is the spiritual world? After all, one Brahmanda, one planet, one city, one house, this many souls. How many Brahmandas, how many planets are there? How many Brahmandas are there? What is this? You cannot imagine. Your 450 grams of gray matter is not suitable, sufficient to understand God. At least with that, you should come to your knees. My Lord, you are so powerful. You are so great. I'm so low. You should immediately kneel down. You should immediately surrender because that is the situation. So, point is Jiva Tattva and Shakti Tattva. Actually, we can make Jiva Tattva also Shakti Tattva because Krishna says, Apareyamitastvanyam Prakritim Vidme Jiva Bhuta Mahabaho Yayedham Dharyate Jagat. He says that. All this Shakti, what my Shakti is nothing but these Jivas. All these Jivas are my energy only. So, but okay, Shakti Tattva. So, Krishna's energy is spread all over the world, all over the creation. Parasya Shaktir Vividhaiva Suryate, Swabhaviki Jnana Bhalakriya Cha. I have unlimited energies. Some of them we know very few energies we know. So, what the purpose of the energies? They are all working for Krishna. I have so many energies, right? I have seeing power, I have hearing power, hearing energy, I have thinking energy, walking energy, lifting energy, isn't it? All these small living entities also, we also have some energies and we are utilizing it for to serve myself. All this energy is serving the soul. Similarly, Krishna, all his energies are serving him. He is the super soul. So the purpose of energy is to serve the energetic. Otherwise, what is the use of energy? I have so much money, energy, dhana shakti, but I am begging on the street. Is that serving me? No. Same way, we all have these energies. They are serving us. Shakti Tattva, then Shambhu Tattva. There is a owner, or there is a controller of the Shaktis. It's Krishna only. So Krishna's incarnation is Lord Shiva, the Guna avatar. That's called Shambhu. In this material world, in this material creation, he is the boss. He is a temporary boss. Or like state is there, country is there, is a chief minister. He is like a chief minister, is the controller of the state. Like that, he is the controller of this material universes. That's Shambhu Tattva. Then Vishnu Tattva. He is the controller of the or creator of the universes. He is like a kind of a prime minister country. Every country has a prime minister. Okay, very good. There are so many countries. Like there are so many Brahmandas. Not only Brahmandas, there are worlds. One is material world and the spiritual world. Who is the owner of this? Who is the controller of this? He is Krishna. That is Krishna Tattva. So Krishna, under him Vishnu, under him Shiva, under him um, Jivas. There are Shakti and Jivas. This is the hierarchy. So this is called Brahman. Brahman means at least the all pervading nature of the Supreme Lord. Just like there is a sun, a disk, a sun planet, a sun god, but his energy is there. Where is this energy? It's pervaded wherever you can see. All pervading. Sunlight. That is Brahman. sunlight la, like the energy of the Supreme Lord, all pervading energy of the Supreme Lord is called Brahman. It's like the example is given as a sunlight. Sun, sunlight, sun planet, sunlight. These three things are there. The three things are different. One way, same in another way. Actually, that example Prabhupada gives in the purport. Right? So, what is Brahman? What is Paramatma? What is Bhagavan? The example is given. So, next is Paramatma. Paramatma. Where is this Paramatma? It is a localized aspect. Means it's limited in the sense the Paramatma is limited in me. There is Paramatma in me who is making me to do everything. Is making me to speak, making me to think, making me to walk. Everything is giving that energy. Paramatma. Right? So it's individual. It's local. For every atom. Andantarastha paramanuchayantarastham govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Andantarastha paramanucha. Every atom, every molecule, every anda, brahmanda. Anda, what is that? Pindanda and brahmanda. In brahmanda also there is one Paramatma. In pindanda also one Paramatma. Pindanda means we all the pindandas. Our body is like a universe. It's it's exact replica of the universe is our body. Whatever is there in the universe, the same thing is there is in your body. Only the quantity is different. There the quantity is unlimited, here the quantity is very limited. But the same thing. So there is also Paramatma and here is also Paramatma. That Paramatma, the big Paramatma is nothing but Virat Rupa, Vishwa Rupa. This Paramatma is like Paramatma. Shirodakshaya Vishnu. Okay, now Brahman, Paramatma, then what next? Bhagavan. He is a person having all the capabilities. He is having a form. He's having his mind, his intelligence, his ego, his rupa, his hands, his legs, his face, everything, just like us. The man is made in the form of God. Christianity, Bible says that. Having very limited knowledge, Bible says that. People are confused. Oh, what is the form of God? God doesn't have a form. So much confusion. Even in Vedic literature, even in Vedic people also, they are so much confused. Well, why should God should not have form? Why? You have a form, I have a form, everybody has a form. Then why not God? Is God is something lesser than you? Or you are more important than God? Or more powerful than God? Why does what God doesn't have a form? But we were all taught like that. From in the womb of the mother, we all have been taught that there is no form to God. We should not limit God. We are not limiting God. Some people say, oh, why are you limiting God to form? Why not? Why not? It's not limited like you. It's limited in a different way. But at the same time, he's unlimited. Don't think that when we're limiting, he's limiting. He is unlimited. In the sense, he's everywhere. He can be there, he can be here. Right? He's in Vaikunta, he's in Bhuloka, he's in Goloka, he's in every loka. Right? So he's a person. Not like you and me. Our our body is made up of these eight elements. But his body is not made up of these eight elements. You should know the differences. Yes, he is not a person. He is a person like you and me, but there is a difference also. That should be understood clearly. Then everything is easy. That's called Bhagavan. Right? So definition also given. What is Bhagavan? What is the meaning of Bhagavan? The word itself has a lot of meaning. What is Bhaga? What is Van? Sanskrit. In English, everything is God. Everything is God, God, God. You are God, I am God, everybody is God. No, we are not everything, everybody is Bhagavan. We have very uh, clear, clarity is there. Who are Devatas? Devas or Devatas. Who is Bhagavan? We have discussed this elaborately in our sessions, right? So Devatas are the subordinates of Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is only one. In the starting of shloka also, he said that learned translations who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance. Dual means second, two. This is non-dual, only one, only one. Advaita. What is the real meaning of Advaita? These Mayavadis, these people say that Advaita means everything is one. The real meaning of Advaita is God is one. Not we are all one. God is only one. There is no duo, do. There is no two. There are there are no two gods. There is only one God. For this universe, there is only one sun. S-U-N, Surya. Indians, Americans, Africans, Chinese, everybody has got only one sun. We cannot say that, well, Chinese sun, American sun, Indian sun, African sun. No, there is one sun. Similarly, Advaita, no Dvaita, no two, only one. God is one. We are many. Living entities are many, but God is one. That is Advaita. So, Bhagavan, Bhaga means opulences. Sanskrit, opulences. We have got so many opulences. That's all. Bhaga is also called energies. We can also say energies. So many. How many? We don't know. What type of energies Krishna is having, we don't have complete idea. We know very few. That's why he defined four, six opulences. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya, Viryasya, Yashasasriyaha, Jnana, Vairagyuschaiva, Shannam Bhaga, Shannam Shat, Shannam Bhaga, Itingana. That is Bhagavan. What is that? Wealth, fame, beauty, um, uh, strength, renunciation, right? Aishwaryasya, Viryasya, Yashasha, Shriya, four. Jnana, knowledge, Vairagya, renunciation. Six. These are the six opulences. In this world, everything can be put into the six baskets. Whatever you name, it goes into one of these baskets. Whatever the opulence, whatever the bhaga, opulence available in this world, it goes into one of the six baskets. So, so all these six baskets is full. Samagrasya, that is the meaning. Samagram means complete. There is no lack, lackening, slackening. He is not lacking anything. He is Bhagavan, right? So next, who is Bhagavan? Next, the definition of Bhagavan is who is the supreme controller, supreme proprietor, supreme enjoyer, source of everything, uh, and uh, source of everything, and what else? Something else was. So in this way, Bhagavan is defined, and we also proved that in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna is the Bhagavan. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Bhagavatam is telling, next third chapter, एते चां सकला पुंसा कृष्णस्तु भगवान् स्वयं रामादिमूर्तिशुकलानियमेन तिष्ठन् नानावतारमकरोद्भुवनेश किन्तु कृष्ण स्वयं संभवत् परमपुरुषान् यो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं वदामि. Brahma Samhita is telling, Bhagavatam is telling, Bhagavad Gita is telling, all the other Upanishads are telling, all the Puranas are telling, Parandhama, Param, what is that? Parandhama, uh, uh, what is Shloka? Parabrahma, Parabrahma, Parandhama, Paramam Purusham. So Arjuna is telling, Asita, Devala, everybody is telling. Prabhupada told, Jesus said, I am son of God. Muhammad said, I am the messenger of God. Krishna said, I am God. What is the problem? Where is the confusion? Why the people are confused? Because they're crooked. People are crooked. Shastra is very clear. There is no confusion at all. Only thing you have to open the book and study with cool head, not having any intentions, not having bias. You just read the scripture as it is. Scripture as it is. Bhagavad Gita as it is. Bhagavatam as it is. We just have to read it as it is. No. We are crooked. Crooked means what? Uh, goes, different uh, angles. That is crooked. So it is said that to understand who is God, read Bhagavad Gita, right? To reach how to reach that God, read Bhagavatam. To know why to know how to pray to God, read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and why to reach God, read Chaitanya Charitamrita. One is who, second is how, third is why. Why we have to worship God? Read Chaitanya Charitamrita. You will know why. Then how? How can I how can I know God, or how can I serve God? How can I surrender to God? Srimad Bhagavatam. Next, who? Who is God? Read Bhagavad Gita. Simple. Right? So next, what is that? Yeah. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan. So we are discussing about Bhagavan. How much time we can spend Bhagavan? We have 2, 3 sessions in SSR. Who is God? We have discussed elaborately. So the examples are given. One, two, three, or there are 4 examples to understand this philosophy. This Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. To understand, there are 4 analogies here are given. One analogy is sun. The second analogy is mountain. The third analogy is a coconut. The fourth analogy is like a train. If you understand these 4 examples, you will not have doubt for the rest of the eternity. You will be clear. Using these 4 analogies, you can analyze this subject matter. The first subject matter, let's see. Sun, Surya. Surya is there. Surya planet is there. Sun planet is there. Sun god is there. Now it's Vivaswan. His name is there. His form is there. His abode is there. His activities are there. Right? Sun planet is being ruled by sun god Vivaswan. And what the sun is doing is emitting light and heat. Is emitting light and heat. For the he is serving his boss. He is a person. So this example is compared to this analogy philosophy. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. This Brahman is nothing but sunlight and sun heat pervading everywhere. But the sun disk, the sun planet is compared to Paramatma, localized, because there are unlimited suns. We think that we have only one sun. Of course, for this Brahmanda, there is only one sun. But there are billions and trillions of universes are there. In each universe, there is sun planet. So, like that, the Paramatma, the localized aspect of the God is Paramatma, sun planet. And the person who is ruling the sun planet, like this, just like this earthly planet, was ruled by somebody till at least till Parikshit Maharaj. He was the last emperor of this world. So, 5,000 years back, the entire world was ruled by only one person. There were so many local kings, but it was ruled by only one person. Like that, the sun planet is being ruled by one person called Vivaswan. So the Vivaswan is compared like Bhagwan. The sun planet is compared like Paramatma. The sun heat and light is compared like Brahman. Somebody looked at sunlight. It didn't come out of the house. He didn't come out of the house. He simply under the blanket and he just removed his blanket little bit and opened his eyes. He saw so much light. Can he say that? Well, I saw a sun. Can he say that? Oh, I saw a sun. Yes, one way you saw a sun. In another way, you have not seen the sun. You have seen the sunlight. That's all. But he said, well, I saw sun, I saw sun, I saw sun. No, no, no. You have seen only the sunlight, and you are getting some sun heat. So you have to see the sun. You have to come out of the room, come onto the road, look up, and you will see the sun. Did you see the sun? No, you just saw the sun disk, sun planet. That too not fully. You can't even see the sun disk for 5 seconds. So blazing. Your eyes will be burnt. Isn't it? But still, okay, you have some idea. Sun. Oh, you say sun. Well, I saw sun, I saw sun. Yes, one way. Another way, no. Unless you see, unless you meet, unless you speak to the person who is ruling the sun planet, you have not seen the sun. This is like Achintya Beda Abeda Tattva. You have seen and you have not seen simultaneously. Both are true. Simultaneously, both are true. That's called Achintya Beda Abeda Tattva. So, this example now Brahman, sunlight, Paramatma, sun disk, Bhagavan, sun god. This is the one analogy. Right? Some people, well, they are what are they saying? Well, we are going into Brahmajyoti. We are merging into Brahmajyoti. Where the Brahmajyoti is coming from? Some Jyoti means light. Light is coming. Where it is coming from? The Jyoti, the light should have a source. Bulb is there. Bulb is the source of the light. Isn't it? Bulb is the source of light. Well, if you are just looking, entering into Brahmajyoti, then I said, well, I'm God realized. No, you are Jyoti realized. You are light realized. That way so many people are. They think that the light is the God. Light is everything. Light is God in one way, but light is not completely God in another way. So they think that, well, we saw the light and we want to merge into light. That's why they keep so many lights and they meditate on the light. They'll light the lamp and they bow down to the lamp because they, in their understanding, everything is light. That's why they take it light. No, in one satsang, Srila Prabhupada was called to speak on Bhagavad Gita. When they went there, there is only one light on the lamp on the table. Hey, what is this? Where is Krishna? When you are speaking Bhagavad Gita, at least Krishna's picture should be there, isn't it? Krishna Arjuna's picture should be there. That's called Bhagavad Gita. No, no, they didn't put anything. They simply put some one lamp. Prabhupada took left and right. You rascals, what are you doing? You don't know what is God, right? So, uh, yeah. So that's the one example. The next example is a beautiful example. This works. The coconut. If you just cut a coconut from the tree and you show that to a boy and you ask him, hey, what is this? He will say coconut. Okay, very good. Then remove the skin, remove the fur and show him, hey, what is this? Coconut. And you break the shell and you open. What is this? Coconut. What? Everything is coconut? Which is coconut? The inner side, the white thing is not coconut. That is the real coconut. But all other things are also coconut to some extent, till some point. But after some point, they are not coconut. You understand? So, like that, the outer covering is like Brahman. Unless you work very hard, you cannot go to Paramatma. You have to use, knife or this, that, and then you have to remove that fur. Some hard work is there. Then that is there. Then the shell is there. You have to work a little more hard to break it. Then the Paramatma level is removed. Then the ultimate real Bhagavan is sitting there. You have to serve that Bhagavan. Or you have to eat that coconut. Then only you are eating coconut. No, no, no. I eat only fur. Are you eating coconut? I eat shell. Are you eating the coconut? No. You have to eat that. Similarly, Brahman, yes. Paramatma, yes. Bhagavan, yes. That is the another understanding, another analogy. There is one more. What is that? Mountain. If you look at the mountain from long distance, a small, nice, smooth, round shaped form is there. What is that? It's a mountain. Okay. You go further towards it, and you will see there's some different. Oh, this mountain has got so much boulders, trees, plants, animals, so many things are there. As soon as you go closer to that mountain, you will come to know, but not fully. How many are there? How many boulders? How much? You don't have any idea. But at least you will come to know that, well, okay, some differences. Whatever I saw earlier is not the true. The mountain is not smooth, right? There is a proverb in Telugu, Durapu Kondalu Nunupu. When the mountains are seen from long distance, they will look like smooth. But they are not like that. Huh? Unless you go to that person, you don't know who he is, how he is. Outside, everything is very good. He's wonderful. But unless you approach, unless you stay with him for 6 months, you don't know how who he is. Right? So like that, so you go to closer to the mountain, and then you will see the details. If you go onto the mountain, you will have complete idea of that mountain. There are some lakes on it. There are some animals on it. How many lakes? How many animals? How many trees? How many plants? How many boulders? How much grass? Complete detail. You can spend your entire life to quantify it, to understand it. How many minerals are there? You dig it. So much. That's called the last final level. It's called uh, Bhagavan level. And there is one more example. What is that? The train. So three people, they came to know that there is a thing called train. They're too far from the forest. They're in the forest, and they came to know that there is a train. So they wanted to, sorry, they wanted to see the train. They came to city. They were approaching the city, right? Railway station. From far from the station, they heard the sound. Duk 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 duk. The train is coming. You know the olden days. Train is there, right? It gives noise. One fellow said, "Yeah, I know what is train. Train means duk 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 sound. Okay, I got. I already see the train." And he went back. He's satisfied. You know, I saw the train. I know what is train means. Sound, all pervading. Throughout 360 degrees, you can hear that sound. Duk 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 sound. Is it true? Yes. It is train. That is train sound. But it is train. Did you see the train? No. So this fellow went back. He's satisfied. Ah, okay, very good. I've done. Second fellow. He said, there are two more. No, 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 we have not seen the train. We just heard the train. So we want to see the train. So the two people went further. And just approaching, the train is approaching the station. There is a big effulgence light is coming. And one fellow said, wow, such a huge light. Huh? Oh, train means light. And he saw the light. And he said, he concluded that, well, I see the train. I've seen the train. Done. My research is done. He went back. What third fellow is there? No, no, no. He's not train. I want to see the train completely. What is the form? What is the shape? How long it is? How many bogies are there? What are the wheels are there? How it is running? All these things he wanted. He went there to the station. He climbed onto the train. He met the train driver and he took all the details and he went back. All these three are correct? Yes, one way. Out of three, who is completely correct? The last person. Similarly, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan. You have to know about Bhagavan. Who is he? Where is he? What is he doing? How he looks? What are his interests? All these things should be known. Then only you know the Bhagavan. Otherwise, you have not seen the Bhagavan. So, in this world, some people are settled with the light. Some people are settled with the sound. Some people are settled with the form of the Lord. Going into the temple, worshipping the Lord, doing so many things to the Lord, discussing so much. So this is called um, analytical study. You have to analyze. In our 6-year formula, what is that? The first thing is analysis. You have to analyze, and you have to analyze, assimilate, and you have to accept, and you have to apply. It's 4 levels. Now we have analyzed it, we have assimilated it, understood, and we have accepted. Yes, that is true. With all these examples, wow, this makes sense, isn't it? Now we accept. Now we have to apply. What is that application? The application is serving Krishna person, right? Accepting, understanding all his energies, all his localized aspect as Paramatma, then understanding he as a person, and we have to serve him. We have to surrender to him. Looking at Krishna's greatness, we have to surrender to him because he is so great. You are so small. He is so big, you are so small. The small has to surrender to the big. Needless to say that, right? After all, in the office, your boss is so big, you already surrender to him, isn't it? Because he's so big, he has so much power, so much money, so many things. So you are surrendered to him. You will do whatever he says. Similarly, looking at Krishna's greatness, you have to surrender. Looking at Krishna's sweetness, you have to serve him. You have to love him. Krishna is so sweet. Even though he's so great, still he is so sweet. That's why you should love. And you should serve him lovingly. That's why the last sentence. Loving devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Loving service, loving devotional service to Krishna is the essence of entire Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. What is that? Loving devotional service to Krishna. That's all Bhagavatam. How you do? Up to you. How you want to do that? How you want to love Krishna? How you want to devote yourself? And how you want to serve him? Who that him? Krishna. Right? So where are we now? Yeah. So quickly we'll read the purport and then what is the time? Where is the time? Okay. Okay. So it's not showing the time. No problem. So just I'll read the any questions on this so far? Of course, we have been,
Prabhuji,
yeah,
I have one question. See, Brahman is the one which pervades even the subatomic level, right?
yes, everywhere. Mhm.
And super soul, it is just only in the living entities next to the soul.
Oh no, yeah, there are two. Yes, okay, you have a point here. Okay, so the Paramatma is there in the atoms also. Actually, one way to conclude, actually, this Paramatma and this Brahman are one only. It becomes like that. Only thing the differentiation is there. The Paramatma in the living entities is there as a person, and what you call, and he is giving that abilities. Similarly, Paramatma is there in the atoms and molecules, and he, being that, he is giving that quality of that substance. See, water is there. Water has got certain qualities. It is a combination of molecules and atoms, right? In each and every molecule and atom, Krishna is there as Paramatma. Because of his presence, that water is getting that taste. So in that way, he is there as Paramatma. But at the same time, his energy, is pervaded everywhere. You understand? In one way, for you to understand, you can club those two are one, nothing. Then is Shakti and one is Vakti. Vakti is Krishna, Shakti is rest. Vakti is Krishna, rest of the things are Shakti. You can club that. But some more granularity. Go there. Some, yes, living entity is there, Paramatma is there in that, right? So Brahmanda is there. So in that Brahmanda, Vishwarupa is there. So to differentiate between Bhagavan, Paramatma, and Brahman, you can have this. But otherwise, one Vyakti, unlimited Shakti. That will make your life easier instead of going into. But this is also there. It's not that well. Oh, You can club them. Why are you putting two? No, the second aspect is also there. Localized aspect is also there. We cannot deny that. But
So
one
you
more
mean to
thing.
say both are the same?
In one way, in one way, not in other way.
But Prabhuji, when you give the analogy of sun, so that time sunlight is the Brahman, and the sun disk is the Paramatma, right? So in that case,
Mhm.
both cannot be the same, right? Both are so different. So
Which
how can you club together? Both have
okay? Tell
different
me.
qualities.
Tell, tell me now. Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan are they same?
From the Bhagwan, the it comes from.
No, I ask my question. Are they three
Yes.
same? Are they
Yeah,
three
they
different?
are three phases. They are three phases of the same entity.
Yeah, but are they same?
Qualitatively, they are, I mean, they are same but also different.
That's what it is. Qualitatively same and quantitatively different. Okay,
Yes.
that's called achintya beda abeda tattva, right? Simultaneously, one and
Hmm.
difference. Here also same
Hmm.
thing. One way, Paramatma and Brahman are same, even Bhagavan also same. In another way, they are different. Yeah. So what I'm telling you, at one point, this Brahman and Paramatma becomes so looks same because I am telling that Brahman is pervaded everywhere and Paramatma is also is available in each and every atom. And what is this? Then how can you differentiate those two? And you don't have to differentiate. In one point, both are same. That's why I'm telling Bhagavan is one and all is energy. The Paramatma energy and Brahman energy is there. That is all
But
energy is energetic.
but
Energetic.
Prabhu, But Prabhuji, in like soul has got some form is there, right? Form in the sense it has got some existence is there, right? So similarly, the
Mhm.
super soul of the Paramatma has got existence, right? Next to the soul, when we say that they're always
Yeah.
together, so it has got some existence is there. But that
Form.
Brahman
Existence means
doesn't
form.
have. Has some form it has, right? Super soul
Yes.
or the Paramatma. But the Brahman doesn't have that, right?
Brahman is nothing but bodily effulgence of Krishna.
Hmm.
Brahman is nothing but bodily effulgence means light. Krishna's body is emitting some light, just like a
So it
tube
is
light is
formless.
emitting. It's
So it is
formless.
formless.
Brahman,
Yes.
yes, Brahman is formless. Paramatma has got form, and
Yes.
Bhagavan also has got form. So now you
Yes.
are asking how they are two. Well, why not? See, it said that the light is nothing but it's a parts, it's a particles. Quantum, mechanics says that the light is having two aspects. Sometimes it is wave,
Wave.
sometimes
Sometimes
it is
that's particle. Hmm.
particles. Like that. That one and difference thing is there, right? Sometimes it acts as like a wave, sometimes like a particle. Similarly, yes, this Brahman is like one way it's a wave energy, undivided energy, but sometimes it's like a particle, like Paramatma. You can take like that also. But
But if there is
especially
already Brahman is there, what is the need of super soul then? What is the need of Paramatma if already Brahman is there?
maybe it has to give some specific qualities. Iron has to look like iron because of Paramatma. Gold has to look like gold, work like gold because of Paramatma. So Paramatma is doing differentiating. You understand? The qualities are coming because of the existence of Paramatma. The variegatedness, the variety is coming because of Paramatma. Otherwise, everything is same. From Brahman
But so
aspect,
can we
everything
say
is
that
same. Hmm.
So can we say that each atomic, subatomic level, both Brahman and Paramatma are present?
Yes, yes, there is no doubt about it. That's what is the whole discussion is that. The whole discussion is that yes, there three are there.
Not three, Prabhuji. Only two, na?
Of course, yeah.
Bhagwan, how
Sorry, two,
is
two. Yeah, yeah, two. Yeah, two only. Yes, yes. Right?
okay.
Accepted? Huh? Not
Okay,
convinced.
Prabhu.
Not convinced fully.
No. Yeah, but we'll think over it, Prabhuji, and then
You will
we'll
get it.
get back.
You will get it better. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah,
But
yeah,
that's all.
yeah.
That's all. Okay. Any more questions? Good. You are hearing nicely. Anybody? Anything else? So otherwise we'll read the purport and what Prabhupada says.
Prabhuji, Hare
Then
Krishna.
ah, Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
when you said Shakti Tattva, you are
Mhm.
saying Jiva Tattva can be made as Shakti Tattva.
Hold on. Can you repeat that? Jiva
That
Tattva.
Jiva
Ah.
Tattva can be
Oh yeah,
made.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. I said.
Elaborate that, Prabhuji. I didn't get that context actually.
See, these jivas are like Shakti. Shakti means what? I am a person. I am a Vyakti. I have some Shaktis,
Okay,
different energies. Like that, Krishna is a Vyakti. These jivas are all like one of his Shaktis. That is called Jiva Shakti.
okay,
Jiva Bhutam. Jiva Bhutam. Right? We are all like, his Shakti. So, what is the purpose of Shakti? To serve the Vyakti, to be helpful to the Vyakti. So, like that, the reason for our existence in this world is to serve Krishna. Because we are Shaktis, we have to serve the Vyakti. That is our connection between what is our connection between Krishna and us? We are his Shaktis, and our duty is to serve that Vyakti. In that way, we can consider it as Shakti. That's called Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita 7:3 అనుకుంటా. Yeah, జీవభూతం మహాబాహు యయేదం ధార్యతే జగత్.
okay. Yeah.
అక్కడే అక్కడే అక్కడ చెప్తాడు ఇది శ్లోకం. యా,
Thank you, Prabhuji.
హరే కృష్ణ. థ్యాంక్ యూ. ఓకే, so the purpose of this discussion is you should understand everything thoroughly and you should preach. That is the whole. Otherwise, simply close the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Simply you can chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. 16 rounds, 2 hours, finish. You're going back to Godhead. Once you leave this body, you will be landed in the Goloka. You don't have to break your head. But to chant better, to preach better, you have to read this. You should analyze it. You should debate it. You should fight it. So many things. So that's why you have to do this, right? So now let's let me read the purport. The absolute truth is both subject and object, and there is no qualitative difference there. The absolute truth is both subject and object. What does that mean? Object, subject is to be discussed, objects to be um, what do you call served. The object, right? The object of my worship is Krishna. The subject and his object. Huh? um, yeah, both. Karta, karma, kriya, right? That's what it is. Uh, Karta is subject, karma is object, karma, kriya. How can you divide? There's one more missing. But don't worry. So, and there is no qualitative difference. That's what you said now. Qualitatively, there is no difference. Sun, sunlight, sun god. Qualitatively one, but quantitatively difference. The other example also given. What that's the ocean is there. The ocean drop of ocean water also is there. Qualitatively, both are same. There is salt in it. There is salt in it here also. Salt is there both. But how much salt? How much salt is there in a drop? How much salt is there in ocean? That is the difference, quantitative difference. So that's what. Therefore, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan are qualitatively one and the same. The same substance is realized as impersonal Brahman by the students of the Upanishads, as localized Paramatma by the Hiranyagarbhas or the yogis, and as Bhagavan by the devotees. Clear. What are the Upanishads are speaking? What are the Yoga Shastras are speaking? And what is the other Vaishnava literature is speaking? In other words, Bhagavan or the personality of Godhead is the last word of the absolute truth. When you come to the Bhagavan level, you have reached. That's the last word. There is no more description, no more discussion about God. We are discussing so much about God, right? Everybody is. What is the ultimate? Okay, this when we discussed about Bhagavan, no more discussion. When we are discussing about Krishna, that's all. You reached. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to break your head anymore. You are done. You are very fortunate. You are very fortunate because you have reached that. Because so many people are breaking their heads in the other two levels only. They're writing commentaries saying that well, this is ultimate. What is the ultimate? Bhagavan. Brahman is ultimate. That's their understanding. They think that well, when you reach Brahman, then you are done. Everything is done. You don't have to discuss anything else. Does that fit the logic? Doesn't fit the logic. But they are convinced. If you go to the other side, the Mayavadi school, this God, this person, this is all primary levels. You know, second level is Paramatma. Third level is Brahman. Everything is one. That's nothing. Don't worry about Krishna or Shiva, Brahma. These are all very basic levels. We don't have brain to put uh, our concentration on the Brahman. That's why we are coming slowly, slowly. We are step by step. Shiva is one step, Brahma is another step, Vishnu is another step, Krishna is another step. After that, nothing. No Krishna, no all this. That is their understanding. That's called reverse engineering. They are coming from that side. Well, what your mind says. There are two logics. This is one logic, there is another logic. What your mind is accepting. You go that side. That's all, nothing but that depends on your fortune, good fortune. You will decide. You will come to whether you are good, fortunate or unfortunate. Which direction you take. Somebody was telling that when we are chanting, yeah, see, the chanting process is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 108. These are 108 steps, right? After 108 steps, what do? You land into the Brahmajyoti. That's all. To reach the Brahmajyoti, you need the steps. You chant this mantra, you chant that mantra, you go to that god, this god. Ultimately, it's all one, nothing, there is nothing. Nothing. That's called the God. God is means nothing. Humbug. They say humbug. Is that make sense? God means something, right? It should be something. They said now, so initially something, after that nothing. If that makes sense, initially something, nothing, and after that something. If that makes sense. Which one is makes sense? Nothing to something or something to nothing. But they say that, well, something to nothing. That is their understanding. No, no, no. For us, nothing to something. Because I am something. Are you nothing? Can I say? Sripad Prabhu, you are nothing. What Sripad Prabhu says? You will slap me. You will slap me. I am a nothing. You are seeing me in front of you. I'm doing so many things. I'm a big doctor, serving so many people. You say I'm nothing? No, Prabhu, no, no, you are nothing. Shastra is telling that. It's like that. So that's what Prabhupada mentioned. Okay, now where? In other words, Bhagavan or the personality of Godhead is the last word in the absolute truth. Paramatma is the partial representation of the personality of Godhead. And impersonal Brahman is the glowing effulgence of the personality of Godhead. As the sun rays are the sun to the sun god. Less intelligent students of they either of the above schools sometimes argue in favor of their own perspective, respective realization. But those who are perfect seers of the absolute truth know well that the above three features of the absolute truth are different perspectives, views seen from different angles of vision. Yes, that's what the discussion. Next, as it is explained in the first shloka of the first chapter of the Bhagavatam, the supreme truth is self-sufficient, cognizant, and free from the illusion of reality. That's what the Bhagavatam. That Janmadhyasya yataha anvayad itaratascha abhijna swarat. Abhijna means completely cognizant. Cognizant means fully known. Abhijna swarat. Swarat means independent. It doesn't have to depend on anything. He is a person. Hmm? Janmadhyasya yataha, where everything is emanating from. That's called free from the illusion of reality. Okay, now in the relative world, the knower is different from the known, but in the absolute truth, both the knower and the known are one and the same thing. Hmm. That means Krishna is the knower, and the known is also Krishna. Uh, don't know how to explain. He is the he is the person in he is the knower. The object of knowing is Krishna. Object of so what is knowing? The subject is also Krishna. A little tough to explain this, but if you meditate on this, you will get it. Little bit meditation, just cool head. So both the subject and that's the first sentence Prabhupada explaining here. The subject is him, the object is also him. In the relative world, okay, where therefore, no. In the relative world, the knower is the living spirit or superior energy, whereas the known is inert matter or inferior energy. I think you can understand here with this example. In this material world, I am the knower. What I'm trying to know? The inert matter. I'm trying to understand this material world, the matter. I am the spirit. I am trying to understand the matter. Why? To control the matter. Subject and the object. I am the subject and I'm trying to understand this material world as object. In the spiritual world, yes, you are the subject and you are the object also. And you are the, yeah, both subject and object, both are same. That we have to be little careful here. Well, everything is one. You can come quickly jump in there. Well, everything is one, Prabhuji, you said. No. So there are three kinds of energies of the supreme energetic. There is no difference between energy and energetic, but there is a difference of quality of energies. The absolute realm and living entities are of the same superior energy, but the material world is inferior energy. The living being in contact with the inferior energy is illusioned, thinking he belongs to the inferior energy. Yes, we are the superior energy. The soul is superior, and the matter is inferior. But what happens with so much association with the matter? One day you think that I am also matter. Yeah, we think that we are the matter. That's why we try to uh, we take birth as matter, we grow as matter, we die as matter. So everything is matter. That philosophy is there. Another six systems of the philosophy, that philosophy is there. Everything is atom, atoms are molecules, substance, and all the substance is dying. Everything is matter. Done. No more discussion. That's what the materialistic science also thinks in one way. Why are you worrying? You're just a combination of some chemicals. The chemicals are combined in certain way, and some energy has come, and one day, the time is over, and it will die. Then they forgot that who is putting the clock. Somebody has to put the clock, right? The time is there. We are putting some time. You have to come at 4 o'clock. You have to leave at come at 9 o'clock. Leave at 4 o'clock. Somebody is putting time. So who is putting the time? Some intelligence is right. Some intelligent person, or intelligence energy should be there to put the clock time. So that differentiates. Therefore, there is a sense of relativity in the material world. Yes. So theory of relativity. Relativity means everything is separate. Relative. One is relative to another. We have got some relatives. We are all not uh, we are all not one, right? Are we all one? Some relativity is there. Relativity means difference. Some higher, some lower, some upper, like that. It's called theory of relativity. Medieval. In the absolute, there is no such sense of difference between the knower and the known, and therefore everything there is absolute. Everything is absolute. We are absolute in the sense, especially the Krishna is absolute. I explained that how the relative and absolute works. Um, I am there, my father is there, and his father is there. His father is. This is all relativity. It's called relative. Huh? There, if you go like that, there is one person. He doesn't have a father. Absolute. His absolute father. We are relative fathers. I am a father, and I also have a father, and he also has a father, and he also has a father. But there is one person. He is a father, but he doesn't have a father. He is called absolute father, or absolute knowledge, or absolute object. We are also object, but Krishna is absolute object. We are relative objects. He is absolute object, right? So that is a understanding of relative and absolute. Okay. So if you chant nicely, these things will be synced nicely. So chanting is very, very important because the real understand should come from within. Krishna has to give that. Depending on your requirement, depending on your endeavor, Krishna will reveal himself to you. This is all. This is all like there is a nice example is given. So there are 10, 20 dishes. You take one spoon. Using the same spoon, you cook all the dishes. Will the spoon come to know about the taste of the dish? Bendi is like this, brinjal is like that. Uh, will the spoon come to know about it? Can you ask spoon, hey, can you tell me how is the taste of bendi? Will the spoon tell you? No. So like that, who will tell that? The person using the spoon, he will take a little bit to put it on his hand and lick it and tell, well, this is spicy, spicy. So like that, yes, the shastras are helping you, but the real taste is to be experienced by you. The real understanding should be experienced by you, which is given by Krishna from within. Krishna is there as Paramatma within. He will make you understand. Are you getting that example? So like that. So that's why we have to chant nicely, very nicely. You have to dedicate. He said, Prabhuji was telling there. You all have heard that lecture. Vishnu Prabhu is giving nice example. What is it? P, 4P or 5Ps. You should have the place, you should have the pronunciation, you should have the pace, you should have the pause, you should have the prarthana, right? All those things are there. So it's like I was reading a shloka from Burhadaranyaka Upanishad. What he is saying is beautifully He's saying that I'll read a shloka, beautiful shloka. I loved it. Yeah, this is a famous shloka actually. We hear the Satyam Vada Dharmanchara. Satyam Vada Dharmanchara Satyan na Pramaditavyam Dharman Aparam Dharman Dharman Apamaditavyam. Apramaditavyam. Sorry. Pramaditavyam Apramaditavyam. Dharman Apramaditavyam. Satyan Apramaditavyam. Kushalan Apramaditavyam. Bhutyaina Pramaditavyam. स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्याम न प्रमदितव्यम देव पितृकार्याभ्याम न प्रमदितव्यम and the end what is that matrudevo bhava pitrudevo bhava acharya devo bhava atithi devo bhava. That is application of one of these apramaditavya. Apramaditavya means to hold on to. What is that? Satyam vada, always speak truth. Dharmam chara, follow the dharma. Speak truth, follow dharma. Never satyan apramaditavyam, never leave satyam. Never leave dharma. Dharman apramaditavyam. Kushalana apramaditavyam. Always think of the welfare of the entire society, all the living entities. Kushalan, never leave. Kushalana apramaditavyam. Bhutyena apramaditavyam. Never leave all the living entities. Don't be isolated. Well, I don't have any connection with this world. I don't care for these living entities. No. You have some debt for all these living entities. Human beings, the plants, the trees, beasts, birds, everywhere. You have you have connection. They're all your brothers and sisters. Don't be separated from them. That's called that's where comes Bhutadaya, Jivadaya, Bhutadaya. Bhutyai na pramaditavyam. Next very important. Swadhyaya pravachana abhyam na pramaditavyam. Swadhyaya, you have to study the scripture to some extent. Well, I'm so busy I cannot. No. You have to do that. If you want to prove that you are a human being, you have to study. I know we are all studying Srimad Bhagavatam, at least, in the morning or in the evening. 1 2 hours we are doing Swadhyaya. This is called Swadhyaya. Whatever we are doing is Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya, Pravachanabhyam. Yes, you have studied something, you understood something, and you have to speak to others. Pravachanabhyam, na pravaditavyam. Hold on to, don't leave it. Don't neglect and don't leave it your Swadhyaya, and don't neglect to Pravachanabhyam. Speaking to others. Because knowledge coming, you are getting knowledge, means you have to give it to others. Knowledge comes with the responsibility. What is the responsibility? To speak to others, to give it to others to some extent. Next, Deva Pitrukaryabhyam na pramaditavyam. You should not neglect the Devatas. They are helping you. And Pitrubhyam, the father and mother, don't neglect them. Because they have given you this body. That body is the vehicle. Shariram, Adhyam, Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. All this body, each and every part of this body, Shariram, Adhyam, Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. That was being spoken by Lord Shiva to Parvati in Kumara Sambhavam. Lord Shiva is explaining to Parvati that this body is very important, Don't neglect this body because this is a vehicle to go to God, to attain God. Without body, you cannot attain God. So take care of this body nicely. Don't neglect it. That body is given by parents. But if you neglect parents, if you don't take care of parents, if you insult the parents, do you think that Krishna will be happy? No. Krishna will not be happy. You have to take care of them. And that's why Deva Pitrukaryabhyam na pramaditavyam. Next to Matrudevo Bhava. They are living gods. Right? They are visible gods. Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava. Tidhi Devo Bhava. They are the visible gods. You have to worship them like gods. You have to treat them like gods. Just like you go to bow down to God in the temple. Similarly, you have to bow down to your parents. You have to bow down to your guru. You have to bow down to the relatives. That is understanding. Next to the Asatoma Sadgamaya. Mrityorma Amrudangamaya. Hmm? Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Mrityorma Amrut. That's shloka. That's from Bhadaranyaka Upanishad. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we can stop here. Finish
Prabhuji,
one
I have one
shloka.
question.
Hmm. Yes. Go ahead.
Prabhuji, is that like material energy, as you said, it is one of the inferior energy of Krishna. So is it because of the laws of the natures are applicable on it, it is called as inferior?
Can you repeat? Can you repeat?
See, material energy is even though it is the energy of Krishna, still it is
Mm.
considered as inferior energy. Is it because the
Inferior.
laws of the nature? Is it because of the laws of the nature are applicable there? That's why it is called as inferior.
Okay. Loss of the nature. Because of loss of nature is declared as inferior. No,
Then
not
why it
because
is
of the
called as
loss.
inferior then? Then why it is called
In,
as
see,
inferior?
see, what is the understanding of superior and inferior? Let's understand that. Right?
Spiritual
See, if
anything
you
is superior.
no, tell you what. If you go to office,
Mm,
the boss is
mm,
superior. We call it right. He is a
mm,
superior. I am
mm,
inferior to him at least. Why?
mm,
What is the understanding there? Because he can control me,
mm.
right? Because he can control me. That's why he's superior. I am controlled. I am inferior. Similarly, the material energy is controlled by the superior, the spiritual energy.
That's
That's
what
why
I
it's
said, no?
inferior.
So the laws are applicable there.
Of course, laws are applicable
The
anywhere.
laws,
Just because of no, not because of
no
laws.
soul
That is
there,
laws
no
is
laws are applicable. No.
why
Soul there,
soul is
no
not a
laws are applicable.
why? You think that soul doesn't have any laws? It doesn't
No, it's
undergo
just the
any.
energy like,
It's energy, but soul has got
mm,
some. It is also right. It has to be the subordinate to the super soul. That law is there, right? You accept that law
but
at least.
material laws are not applicable, right? The three modes of nature,
Okay,
those are not applicable for the
o-
soul, but it is applicable for the material matter. That's
that's
why.
fine. No. See, you are telling is like that.
Mm,
I just want to give an example. Because, because the matter is there, it has to undergo some loss. Spirit is there, it has to
mm.
undergo some loss. But see, okay, now I got it. Okay, now you are coming from. Okay, where this loss? Who put this loss?
Krishna.
Matter is so like that because he is controlling it through the laws. Matter is controlled by through laws, and the laws are given by enforced by the lawmaker. Lawmaker is Krishna, and the laws are given to the matter. So that's how the understanding. But just because it has laws are there, that's why it's inferior.
Because Prabhuji, as you
See,
said, in the spiritual world, in the absolute world, their knower and the known is both the same because the knower is
no, no.
also spirit and the knower is also known is also spiritual body. But here in the
Okay,
material world, the knower is the spirit and the known is the matter. So
okay,
that's why.
okay. No, yeah, one more thing I can. Okay, you have some point there. I can understand what you're saying. In the spiritual world, there is nothing to be known. Everything is new. You're already knowledgeable. There, you don't go to school. You don't read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. It's all everything you knew. Just having the relationships, having the service. That's all. Whereas in the material world, you have to know something about spirit. You have to know something about matter. in that way. And everything is known, everybody is knowledgeable. That's our understanding. That is the meaning of known and knower. Known and knower, there is no difference, means that is understanding.
Mm.
Is it clear? There is nothing to
Yes,
know.
everything is
There is
one.
not.
Okay.
There is not. There is nothing to be known in the spiritual world.
Mm-hmm.
Here, everything to be
Mm-hmm.
known here, and we are
Mm-hmm.
the knower. We are the knower, and we have to work on this knowledge. But there, you are knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is
Now you
understanding.
already have the knowledge. You have complete
Complete
knowledge.
knowledge. Complete knowledge. Complete means complete. There is nothing to
Mm-hmm.
be known there
Mm-hmm.
like that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Prabhuji, as you said,
Uh,
in the loving devotional services of the Lord Krishna, can we add
mm,
two more words that is uninterrupted and unmotivated?
of course. That's what is there. Love means that. Love means uninterrupted, uninterrupted. That is only love. Otherwise, it's not love. When it is
Okay.
uninterrupted, unmotivated, is only love. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
it's a conditional love. If it is interrupted and it has some conditions, it's not love. It's not called love. Love means the love word includes uninterrupted and unmotivated.
Mm-hmm.
That's why loving devotional service to Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Okay.
our cardinal
Prabhuji,
principle.
you said Bhagwan is only one, right? But in
Mm,
Srimad Bhagavatam book, I read, Sir Prabhuji, multiple times that Narada is even called Bhagwan sometimes. Even Sukadev Goswami is sometimes is called Bhagwan. Why is it that?
because it's our see in the material world you are hungry. Somebody
Mm.
fed you stomach full. You say that Bhagwan.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
like an
Even
out
doctors
of
are
affection.
called God.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
out of affection or out of respect or out of that overwhelmingness, you can call
Okay.
them as Bhagwan. But they are not Bhagwan. Even Narada Muni doesn't accept it. I am Bhagwan. Narada Muni, oh, Bhagwan, Narada Rishi, well, why are you saying? I am not Bhagwan. Krishna is Bhagwan. That's why I am doing Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. Otherwise, I should say Narad, Narad, Narad. Right?
Mm.
If Narayan is not
Okay.
Bhagwan, why did he doing that Narayan, Narayan? He is doing Narad, Narad. He should do Narad, Narad. Like that. So they know well. But out
Yeah.
of our affection or our respect or out of love, we can call them.
Mm. Mm.
That's all.
Yes.
It's only vocative.
Oh.
Vocative or our it shows our affection. That's all.
Out of respect, out of love. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
Okay.
last question, Prabhuji.
Mm,
Should I ask or not?
you can. Fine.
Okay. So, Prabhuji, this material world, why it is created and destroyed multiple times? Like, at the end
Why
of the Brahma's one day, then again at the end of his lifespan. So, why it is that material world created and destroyed so many times?
destroyed? Why? Good question. Okay. Don't know. I don't. I never got that doubt. I never thought about it. But I can speculate and give you. The one answer is this material world is limited. It has limited. The difference between the material world and spiritual world is the spiritual world is unlimited. This material world is limited in the sense it is limited by time.
You mean
Time
to
is
say
limiting here.
temporary? You mean to say
Temporary and
temporary?
temporary, exactly. The temporariness, limitedness, why it is coming because of the time. The difference
Mm,
between the material world and spiritual world is time. There also time, but
mm,
the time energy sits aside. That's all. She doesn't do anything. Time is energy, Krishna's
mm,
energy. She doesn't have any work. So Krishna brings that here and puts here the clock works, tick, 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 tick. So why? One thing is to convey message to Jiva. If you put the
mm,
living entity in this world and make him eternal here, then he
mm,
never comes to spiritual world.
mm,
We have to limit him here. Here everything is limited. Your happiness is limited, your suffering is limited, your world is limited, your birth is limited. Then everything is limited in this because of the time.
mm.
Krishna has to do that. Otherwise, who will come back to Krishna? Well, everything is here. If you put somebody in jail and you provide everything, just like in the house, if you put in the jail, anybody comes to out of the jail, then everybody will go to jail. You understand? Everybody likes to go to jail
Mm.
and they will be there forever. Rest of the life they will be there. Well, everything is there. House is there, wife is there, food is there, TV is there, everything is there in the jail. Will you come out of jail? So it should be restricted and limited. The time is there. Yes, you
So, do
have
you
to
mean
live
to
in
say that it is just to give a message to the living entity that this world is a temporary, it's not a
exactly,
permanent place. It's a, mm,
exactly. It's not a good place. It's not a permanent place.
mm,
It's not a right place.
mm,
Get out of this place.
mm,
That's why Krishna has to create, annihilate, and do
mm.
so many things. Yes.
Yes. And Prabhuji, as you said, this Brahman, few people, I mean, few yogis are there, especially the Ashtanga yogis. Why do they have difficulty in accepting the form of God as Bhagwan? Why do they have that difficulty in accepting that even God has a form? Because I heard one yogi saying that, I won't take the name, but he's saying the name that buffalo thinks that there is a buffalo God. That's why the human thinks that there is a human kind of God. I mean, what is the problem? Do they have that accepting that Bhagwan, God can have a form? What is the problem?
Because they are buffaloes. Because they're buffaloes. Buffaloes doesn't have understanding, right? It's has only one understanding. I'm a buffalo. Buffalo thinks that I'm a buffalo. No, a human beings think that no, not only buffalo, there's so many things. There's a difference. Then you go further, 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 further. They're unfortunate. First of all, see, they're unfortunate. They're envious of God. The number one reason, your question is why, right? Why? Because they're envious of God. They don't want to accept. The enmity is reflecting in that way. The reason for not accepting the form of God is envy. If you accept the form of God, you have to serve Him. The number one thing immediately comes is God is so great, God is so great, sweet, and I'm so low, and He has a form. What does that mean? You have to surrender to Him and serve Him. Because I'm so envious, I'm so proud, I'm so egoistic that I don't want to surrender to Him, I don't want to serve Him. That's why I will say there is no person, nothing, just light.
So they want to
Fundamental reason.
enjoy even after liberation.
Exactly. The fundamental reason for not accepting God's form is
Hmm.
enviousness.
Yeah. You had
In this
said this one
material,
day, Prabhuji, envious of God. I always used to think, how can be someone envious to God? To known person, one can be envious. How can someone
oh,
be envious to God?
yeah, that's very. How can I say that? It's very subtle, very subtle. It cannot be, known, visible, understood easily. That is a that is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. Till this moment, you go to any other scriptures, any other acharyas. Did anybody tell you that? We are envious of God. Only Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada purports. That is the secret of success. We are different from God and we are envious of God. Hey, what is this? I'm going to the temple every Saturday. I worship Him. How I am envious of God? No, you are 100% envious of God. You are going to the temple because there is no other alternative. That's why you are going. If there is another alternative, will you go to temple? Everything is nice. Everything is nice. There is no need for you to go to God. Will you go to God? Will you go to temple? No. Just because I'm going to the temple, just because I'm worshipping the Lord, I am non envious. No. దిక్కు లేక వెళ్తున్నాం మనం దిక్కు లేక దిక్కు వేరే if you have another opportunity you want to go to God. When are we going to God? What time we go to God? If you don't have anything to do, then you will go to God. Temple, that's all. Otherwise, when you think about God, having everything, having no problem, still you are going to God. That means you understood God. That is the real. That's called unmotivated, uninterrupted love. That's called love. Right? You call your friend. Why? You don't need to call him. He is good, you are good. But still you call him because he is your friend. For no reason you will call him. I don't have any reason to call him, but still I call him. That's love. I just let's hang out. I have enough work, enough enjoyment, everything is there, but still I will, I would like to hang out with you. That's called love, right? In that way, make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. 9:30 means how much? 8 o'clock, right?
8 o'clock.
We have got almost 2 hours class, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Is this okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. What is that? Tatastha. Yeah, Tatastha Shakti. Yes. Liberation of Varga. Okay. Hare Krishna. Wonderful. Thank you very much for your. Manish Prabhu, you have a question? Raising your hand? No? Okay. So we'll end it here. Thank you very much for giving your time. Grandra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. निताय गौर हर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि